Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, my daughter invited her 8-year-old friend to swim in our new pool, and friend brings her toddler sister along with swimsuit on. I told friend's sister could swim too, if mom comes to watch her and send her home with that message. EM sends both back again. Repeatedly. Entitled mom wants to pay me $3.07 an hour to watch her kids. My GF story at her work today. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My daughter invited her 8-year-old friend to swim in our new pool, and friend brings her toddler sister along with swimsuit on. I told friend's sister could swim too, if mom comes to watch her and send her home with that message. EM sends both back again. Repeatedly. So let me tell y'all about how this EM tried to have me be her free babysitter/lifeguard. We just got one of those above-ground pools you set up yourself that is 4 feet deep and 14 feet round. We spent the majority of 2 days prepping and filling it and letting it warm. Finally, yesterday it was ready, and my daughter asked if she could invite a little girl she is semi-friendly with from down the street to come swim with her. Since they are 8, they are tall enough to stand with heads above water. I said okay. Well, her little friend brought her toddler sister, who is probably on the younger side of 2. Definitely too small to stand with head above the water. Well, I tell friend that little sister can't get in the water unless her mom is here to watch her, and send her home with the message. They both come back and she says mom said she's fine in her float and I can watch her. And I said no, it's not fine. I do not think an 8-year-old is responsible enough to watch a toddler in a pool, and I am not going to be the one watching her either. You need to tell your mom either she comes to watch your little sister or she is not getting in the pool. They both go home and then both come back. At this point I am livid and walk back to their house with them and pound on the door. No answer. I keep knocking, and then the garage door starts to open with this woman backing her car out. I quickly went and stood at the end of the driveway with all the kids in tow, both of hers and both of mine. She gets out of her car all pissed off and asks me what my problem is. I tell her my problem is that I'm not her babysitter, and that I am definitely not going to be responsible for keeping her baby from drowning in MY swimming pool on MY property. She then proceeds to start baby talking her own kids, saying, "I'm so sorry babies, the mean lady isn't going to let you swim, I'm so sorry princesses," and on and on. Of course toddler bursts into tears, and then EM screams at me, "Look what you've done. You've made her cry and ruined her day. Hope you are proud of yourself." She then snatches up little sister who is screaming and tosses her in the car, and screams at friend to get in too. Friend is red in the face, and you can tell she is so embarrassed and just mumbles sorry, while climbing in the car. EM then proceeds to peel out of her own driveway and we walk back home. Spelling errors because I'm pissed just thinking about it, lol. Since it seems to be assumed, I was not leaving the kids unattended. I was right beside the pool doing yard work and planned on continuing once all the kids were in the pool. I did not want to watch a small toddler in the pool, as she would require extreme supervision, like sitting and staring directly at her kind of supervision. She could not even stand with her head above water. Also on top of that, my rule was refused when I asked politely the first time and demanded the second time, and then this woman tried to leave. After knowing I said no. For anyone who is saying, well, you could have just watched her, no, I couldn't. I didn't want to, and I don't need a reason not to be a free babysitter for a tiny toddler that I have literally never met. Person has kids. EMs, it's free real babysitting. But I am letting you into the pool. Your mom is too lazy to care about your safety is all. Wow. This mom? Where is her logic? Good for you for standing your ground. Oh, she was going to drive off and just leave her kids at your house for who knows how long. It's not too late to call the cops and ask that a report be made. My mom used to do this with my little brother and I. I couldn't go anywhere unless I took him. My mom was also severely addicted to drugs. Sensible parents don't leave their young kids with strangers, and they don't ask 8-year-olds to babysit. No, just make sure she doesn't send them over to swim without you knowing. Trust me, as a parent, it's a real shock to walk out in your backyard and have extra kids you didn't know about. Entitled mom wants to pay me $3.07 an hour to watch her kids. Basically what the title says, an entitled mom reached out to me asking if I could watch her kids for 13 hours a week for $40. She wants me to 1. Watch 2 kids under 5, 2. Cook the meals, and 3. Clean her home. My usual rate for a job like that would be $15 to $20 an hour given my experience, skills/qualifications, and what the job is asking for. When I told her my rate, she cussed me out and told me it would be a privilege to watch her kids, and that I should just take the job since I obviously need the money. Good grief. She wants an indentured servant. We pay $22 to $25 an hour for 2 kids under 10. We don't ask for cleaning or cooking. LMAO, we pay a tween boy to walk our fur puppy $20 for about a half hour. I can't imagine asking someone to take care of my children for less. Good grief. A privilege to watch her kids. Oh, it's a privilege, so my rate is now $50 an hour. 99% guarantee she would be several hours late coming home every time too. My GF story at her work today. So to make this easier for me to write, GF, my GF, IPI, entitled parent and IC, innocent child. So my girlfriend works as mall security and has to have a service dog. So she was just minding her business, doing her job, when EP and IC come in, asking to pet her dog. GF, no, he's working, thanks. IC, okay, no problem. This kid was about 14 at least, she said. EP, but she doesn't want to work, look at her. The asterisk TCH, this dog has been trained to do her job and your kid said he was fine with not petting the dog. GF, she is my service dog, she is my medical equipment that I need so my seizures can be easily dealt with. EP, a dog cannot help with that, let us pet the dog or we are calling security. GF, read the vest, I am security, and I can have you and your son leave right now. She looked back at GF's vest and left before she got in more trouble. So yeah, not the best interaction she ever had. But she has been considering quitting as this has happened before and she didn't like when it did happen. So that's pretty cool, sorry if my grammar isn't great, lol. I used to have to travel all over for work, so I got a specialty service dog for my hypoglycemia. It's a wolf Pomeranian. The number of times I've been called a liar because small dogs can't be service animal is astounding. He's 13 and going deaf, so I guess that makes me his service animal now. Is there anything more Karen than a threat to call security on security? I hate it when the entitled people of this world think they deserve to pet a service animal. GF shouldn't quit because it will happen everywhere she goes. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.